What's going on, guys? Super excited to bring you guys this video on the brand new Innovative Marine 40 Long or 40 Lagoon. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. It just says 40L on the website. So it is slightly longer than a 40 breeder. I'll walk you through the entire tank here in a second, but I upgraded this tank 2 days ago. I got the tank Wednesday. I was going to build it Saturday, but I honestly just wanted to enjoy my weekend. So I rushed to get it done Wednesday. And I was going to film the whole process. I started to, but I was just realized it was a quench for time. And I started around 2:30 in the afternoon, and I finished around 8 o'clock doing everything. So the fish, everything made it over safely. I did not lose any livestock, thank God. I'm super, super happy that I did not. I was scared at first that I was going to lose some of those sexy shrimp because I didn't see all 5, but all 5 are in here. Everything made it over. And talk to you guys about some problems I was having in the 20. So I actually lost my gold hammer, and as well as I'm pretty much losing this hammer right here. Well, when I was calibrating my refractometer to test the saltwater they had made for this tank, I realized my calibration was off, and my other reef tank was actually sitting at about 1.22 or 1.022, not 1.025. So that's on me. I didn't calibrate it like I should have. I didn't check it. So I'm upset, but I can't blame anybody but myself. Most of the corals did fine, but I don't think he took too kindly to that. And these orange mushrooms have not been opened up for a while, and I'm thinking that might be the reason. The salinity in here, I was trying to slowly bring it up, and I actually got it to 1.25. I'm just really happy that the fish and stuff didn't take a shock and the shrimp. But the salinity in here is 1.025. The water's calibrated, or the refractometer is calibrated, excuse me. And just take you guys right through the equipment, I guess. So my wave maker unfortunately did break during the transfer. I think I got water on it. I don't think I need it because I can control the flow. I have 2 return nozzles right here and 2 more right here. Unfortunately, I do got that surface scum. But we'll just see how it goes. As of right now, I don't really want to invest in a wave maker if I don't need one because everything seems to be flowing nicely. I've been trying to dial in the flow the last couple days. It's definitely been difficult, but I can raise the flow and lower the flow as needed with the return pump. At first, I had the 2 single jets on there, and then I realized these double jets had little links that you could take off to make them shorter because I didn't want these 2 sticking way out here in the middle of the tank. I didn't like the aesthetic of it, but I'm fine with it as long as they're short back there. I think they look absolutely fine. So equipment wise, guys, I did buy a new AI prime light. I had 2 of them on my 20, but the one had a hole in it, and I kept hearing this like electricity sound, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy a whole new light. It had a hole under here somewhere, but it was still working fine. But that whole constantly hearing that sound of like a short circuit made me uneasy, so I just bought a whole new light. And the other one actually had a short wire right here in the back, so I found that when I was taking that one down. So here in the rear sump, I have my little filtration compartment. That's just all the stock filtration media that it came with. In the next compartment here, I have a protein skimmer that is turned off right now because the water's not dirty enough. It's just going to keep overflowing and overflowing, so I'm going to give it like a week before I try to turn it on because it just kept overflowing when I was using it. And here in my return chamber, I have a bunch of these little bio blocks and some extra live rock. I had these when I was trying to build a sump on my 20 and had them left over, so I was like, well, might as well throw them in here. I have my auto top off right there. And then in this chamber right here, I have my heater, I have some more live rock, and I have some Purigen. And then I have a filter sock, which I will probably change tomorrow. I have a bunch of extra filter socks, try to keep on top of that. I've never really dealt with filter socks before. Change those every like 3-4 days-ish. And then under the stand, I just have a bunch of extra storage right here. And then I have some extra rock. And I have my auto top off container, a little 5-gallon bucket. This thing I will say about this stand is it's extremely sturdy for sure. Super nice stand. Shout out to my dad for helping me because I'm not good at building furniture, and he came up. This is simpler to build, but I was having some trouble reading some of the instructions because I didn't realize at first that there was multiple stand models with the same instruction manual. So he came up here and helped me build it. So shout out to my dad. I really, really appreciated that help. Fish wise, still rocking 4 fish. I'm going to stay that way for the foreseeable future. I really don't care to get more fish. That's not something I care about. I'm more about corals. I want to give the fish plenty of swimming room, as well as I want to keep my nutrients down. I don't want to struggle with this tank. But everything for the most part has opened up super nicely. I took out my frag rack, went ahead and placed those frags in the tank because I have so much more room, and then I have it under there. So if I need it in the foreseeable future, then I will just put it right back up. But definitely have more room for corals now, which I'm super, super stoked about. I know for a fact I want to get another torch at some point. I'm looking at the lime green torches to add some more flow to the tank, but I'm really, really into the mushrooms and stuff. So mushrooms, blastos, acans, zoas, I did not seem to do well at all in my 20. The zoas up here have still not opened up, and I've had those guys for like, I don't know, probably a month. So I might actually get some cheap zoas, put them in here, see if they do well, because I really, really like soft corals. I like how easy they are to grow, and I think zoas are just one of the prettiest corals in the hobby. My clove polyps have really started to take off. They've probably like quadrupled in size in the last month. I got those and they only had like 3 or 4 heads on them, so super happy with the growth there. The zinnia starting to become a weed and grow back there, which is kind of what I want. I want just some easy corals. I love zinnia. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's one of my favorite corals in the hobby just because of the flow, and it gives me confidence. I mean, I struggle sometimes to grow corals, so it's nice to have that. My Duncan over here is looking really, really nice. I can see a bunch of heads that are going to pop out of him. So super excited. I bought him. He has like 9 heads on him, and he hasn't grown any. But there is some markings right there where you can see a bunch of heads are going to start popping out. So super excited. I've been feeding this tank, well, my 20 gallon, which I'm going to be feeding this one, Reef AB Plus. I feed 4 milliliters of that, and I do a little squirt of Phyto Feast, and I do that on Mondays and Fridays. So the corals seem to react really well to it. My trumpet over here has been super fluffy and happy, and he's actually looking to split this mouth right here. Looks like it's got 2 mouths. One of them has 2 mouths on it looking to split. So just kind of rambling on here, guys. Sorry, I didn't really have anything planned for this video. I'm just really stoked that the tank is set up. It was a lot of work to get it here. I can't wait to get the protein skimmer up and running so that starts pulling out gunk from the tank. I'm just really, really excited. I've been wanting a tank like this for years and years and years. So this is like a dream tank of mine. I've always wanted an all-in-one with a sump, and I'm just really glad I finally have one. So I will have this tank for a very, very long time. I don't see myself really ever getting rid of this one. I think it would honestly be easier in the future to just have another tank than upgrade, because the upgrading and taking everything down from one tank and transferring absolutely sucks. That was the worst process ever. But hope you guys enjoyed. I will keep you updated on this tank as I kind of get the flow dialed in and corals start to grow. And I'm sure I'll be buying corals here in the near future that I'll have updates for you guys on. So thank you for checking out the new tank. Peace out.